Welcome back to MyRise 2K25. I am your host, attackslug. This is meant for multiple playthroughs, therefore, this is playthrough number 2, and we're going to use some new characters.
And become the leader of this new era.
Of course, my goal here is to not repeat things we've already seen on this show, so I'm going to try to get around that editing-wise, and we'll see how it goes. But I will start with the women's division.
This individual is going to be a force in the women's division for years to come. I've seen her potential for greatness already as...
And I will go a decorated MMA champion.
As a decorated champion from MMA. That's right. I think you might know who I'm talking about. They could be the next big crossover star from the cage to the squared circle to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have an MMA champion going #1 overall.
I can't wait for draft night.
And with that, I think you can already assume who my other side of the coin is going to be here as we progress through this story mode. But speaking of that coin toss, SmackDown had the right to get the first draft pick, and rumors are swirling of who it could be. The craziest rumor is that Dr. Harley Quinn is in? What? Because logically, if you're from Gotham City, you gotta know how to throw hands, right? And there's Shayna Baszler, because of course. Alright, clear that, and clear this, and continue. Troy Simpkin?
Hello there, so nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey Troy, nice to meet you too.
We are so excited for your arrival at WWE. There's been so many successful crossover stars between MMA and sports entertainment, and we think you could be bigger than all of them.
Thanks. I think so too. So, what's the plan?
We want to get you acclimated to a WWE ring before the draft. So you're gonna head down to the Performance Center. We've even lined up some training partners with MMA experience to make you feel comfortable. Who do you prefer?
Nakamura, DeVille, Baszler. I do not know amongst them who has the best record, but sure, give me that King of Strong style.
I'd love to mix it up with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Excellent. Just be sure to lay low down there. We want your debut at the draft to be a huge surprise.
I'll do my best.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Big time Bex in the airport lounge. What's up?
Hey! I gotta ask, are the rumors true?
Becky, we've met backstage at one of my fights, right?
We did. And it's good to see you again. But I feel like you're dodging my question.
Well, what would be the fun if I answered it?
Even though it'd be a spoiler, I might be able to at least give you a few pointers about WWE.
I'll take them either way. Could apply to MMA too.
Alright, I don't want to tell you too much in case we cross paths in the ring someday, but I will give you one piece of advice. In WWE, you can't trust anyone.
Spoilers for the story about there, Becky. Relax.
I once had someone steal my oatmeal and still haven't found the rotten culprit 3 years later.
Interesting. But what about your husband? You can't even trust him?
There are exceptions. Anyway, it was good catching up. Maybe I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, well, well. I'm surprised you aren't busy surfing here, Nakamura. But in any event, we got 5 heavy strikes for the King of Strong style. That's 1. Pick him up and do it again. That's 2. Right on your dumb face. It's fine. And this should be fight time. Nope. Nope. Fight time. Alright, now what? taunt Shinsuke in the ring. I mean, sure, if I can manage to not get hit here, I'll do that. We'll see in this somewhat tutorial-esque, just, yes, drop kick and then taunt. Sure, a corner taunt. Does that count? Maybe? Yes, no? Alright, cool. Big knee, and attempt to win the match, which is why we have an official. But, you know, there's that. Alright, well, in any event, it was cool to have there be a difference between, alright, Dusty, relax, between when you chose the stand-in for AEW and you got Jade, and you chose mixed martial arts and you got Becky. So I would assume that's different for everything, both on the men's and ladies' side. Perhaps, perhaps not. Rolls through the power. Good God. Or perhaps it's the same for both men's and ladies. Just, all right, different on your origin story type business. Yeah, okay, fine. He's too far away. I get it. Dumb. Now, having just downloaded these people from CC, I don't know what the SIG or the finish might actually be. So, alright, just a nice kick to the face. That's effective. Always effective. Finisher was, alright. That was like the spinning, and you get the, yeah, the code breaker type maneuver. Well, that's what it was, and who knows now what it's going to be when we have to get back to scratch here, playing on hard as we usually do on my Rise, which did screw me earlier this week, or this past weekend, in the fact that I forgot when I played that handicap match with Grim and had the other guy in that match be on hard, and it was just a nightmare factory. So, you know, learning things, but yes, a nice spiked DDT. Is that enough for Shinsuke? No. Man, I don't want to sit here and build meter again when you should have been done. Shinsuke, that's just frustrating. You should have been... Whoops. And I definitely don't want the Kinshasa, if I can possibly, maybe, potentially, avoid it. Kick to the face. Pin on that. We'll save the finisher unveiling for the next match. And a 3.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
And it just got even bigger. It's one of the hottest stars from MMA.
Are the rumors true? Will they be the #1 pick?
We'll find out soon enough.
Now, is it still going to be Tony D attacking me, or does that change as well? Dr. Quinn is here for the start of the draft. Don't miss this huge night. Kathy Kelly.
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. You've been on top of the fight game for years in MMA. What personality traits led to your success?
Okay, so what I have done, because my memory is not the best, I have watched my videos, and then I wrote down the choices that I made in those videos. So I know that I went through that previously. We had everything was either scheming and calculated, or it was bold and brash. So this playthrough, both characters, for obvious reasons, will be comedic and fun.
I'll go with what I use on my dating app. I don't like to take things too seriously. I like a good reality TV show, scrolling endlessly through silly pet videos on my phone, and when I'm not busy with that, I enjoy bashing people's heads in. So, I guess you could say I'm a bit more comedic and fun.
Honestly, I was not expecting that. What can you say about the rumors that are swirling around tonight?
They're all true. Valhalla and I are starting an all-girl pop group. You want in?
I meant the rumors about you going #1 overall in the draft.
Oh, right. Well, it would mean a lot, but it's just an opportunity. You still need to win matches and championships, or none of this draft stuff matters.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations coming from a different sport. A lot of eyeballs on you tonight.
What's tonight?
The draft?
Oh, I was mainly here to work on some choreography with Valhalla, but I guess I can squeeze in time for the draft.
Good one. I gotta get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
All right, Mr. H.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, SmackDown is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the number 1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Nick Aldis got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this, Raw.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
That was definitely not Tony D. You can't ignore it, a new era has begun. Nick Aldis, I would hope you run a tighter ship than Adam Pearce, but you know.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with authorities to get to the bottom of it. But Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
What if it was your wife, Mickie James? What then?
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? At least in MMA, I knew when I was going to get hit. Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
In Gotham.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have just been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
Pay no attention to the crazed, masked attacker. Understood.
I'll set up a match for you next week on SmackDown, and I'll make sure it's against a local competitor that you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Meanwhile, we have this guy, and you know how things went last time, so not a whole lot of trust on that level.
Hey, you all right?
I'm fine. I know we didn't cross paths too much when you were in MMA, but it's good to see a friendly face here.
That's funny.
Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
Last time, I agreed. This time, I don't think so.
I appreciate your advice, but I don't think it is. Like I said, on to the next thing.
Unfortunately, we know that it is. So,
And guys, do you believe in miracles? Guys?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the nearest nightclub, Sensational Starla.
Lots of confidence for someone who's always destined to rack up L's.
That's not always true. What if the GM puts them up against another local talent?
Then we all lose, Saxton.
Highly anticipated and feared. It's SmackDown's #1 draft pick.
And her opponent from New York, Harley Quinn.
She looks focused and ready. I think the biggest question is whether or not the rest of the WWE is ready for her.
No, the biggest question is how her MMA skills will translate to that ring. I wouldn't be surprised at all if there's a bit of an adjustment period.
All eyes are on the ring as our top pick prepares to strike.
well, well, well. Will we see the finish in this matchup? That is the question. With Sensational Starla in a, hey, just win because you're going to get attacked after the match anyway. Now, I have seen a number of complaints about the fact that you can't skip cutscenes, which I half agree with. Because certainly, as we've seen in the opening cutscene, there are choices to make. Now, could you have it programmed to where you can have it skip to the choice? You could. Will they? Probably not. So I can see why you'd have it just, alright, you can't skip any cutscenes because some of them have choices in them, which, again, making this replayable does make it annoying. But we'll see how it goes. Overall, obviously, I'm going to cut out things that are repetitive, that I've already seen here, and that's kind of going to be annoying to edit, but that's the nature of YouTube, right? We get it done how we get it done. And I need to change this butt bump immediately because it just takes so long. Like, no offense to Dusty, but it's just a very long animation. Alright, so, in any event, pick you right up and start on the combo business, which got reversed. And you're almost stunned, which is going to be hopefully good. Big old knee to the face. So yeah, I got to look at the moveset, obviously, and make some changes for the week, but, you know, it's the first episode of a new playthrough, so gonna do what we gotta do here. Taunting. And then into the corner! Drop kick. Good stuff. Good. And then no-sold that. That was nice. That was nice. That's pretty good. I like it. Alright, so. Hip toss. Cartwheel. Nice. Alright. I'm liking this moveset thus far for Harley. So let's do a nice little kick. Oh. Nah. We might see the finish even sooner now because of that garbage. Hit the taunt. What's up with that? Appropriate for a super villain, I suppose. I hit X again. Alright, well, at least it's not the butt bump, so it's something. We're almost to finish. And she's stunned, so that's helpful. But, unfortunately, the stun not lasting all the way until I try for the finish. Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess she's taking matters into her own hands.
Good. I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT?
Why was she doing this?
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
Acknowledge your tiny chief.
That's enough. Sit down and stay there. What are we going to do with her?
We're gonna get some answers, and we're gonna get them right now.
You have no idea.
Normally, I'd have a clever one-liner response. We'd maybe go back and forth a bit, it'd be a hoot. But it looks like I've got to be both good cop and bad cop. And bad cop says, start talking.
The new era has arrived.
But why did you target me?
I know you like attention, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us, them, all of them.
Who did you pay off to change the Tron?
How'd you mess with the Tron? Is there someone helping you out?
Make the right choices and maybe you'll find out someday.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here!
I meant what I said. Talent, safety is a top priority. Yada, yada, yada. And back to Mr. Best in the World.
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Girl.
Looks like it.
Bad girl, yes.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
It's over.
Roxanne's an attention-seeking lunatic, but we got her. I'm gonna take out my frustration in the ring, and that will be it. It's over.
Well, I hope you're right, but I think the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
But this is your fault. It's official. Next week on SmackDown, Quinn versus Roxanne. Revenge will be had. I have so many theories.
Here's the woman, anxious to upend the unmasked Roxanne Perez.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, Holly Quinn.
There's an extra degree of intensity in the arena tonight. She heads into the ring not as the top overall draft pick, but as the swift hand of justice.
And I know a lot of folks are watching to see what kind of sentence she can deliver to Roxanne Perez.
A woman obsessed with championship gold.
Because Roxanne knows what she's worth.
All right, let's take this one home for a fine... Whoa, relax. For a fine... Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to happen at all. What? Where'd it go? Walk her back. Cheap shot, cheap shot, cheap shot. I hit square. There it is. Cheap shot. No, it wasn't me. It's fine. And drop kick. All right, let's unleash this fury here on Roxanne. And I've obviously forgotten what all the other objectives are going to be, but, you know, that's kind of the nature of the beast. Nice. It's got a good moveset here. I like it. Good stuff. All right, complete on that. And then land my finisher on Roxanne Perez. A nice Hurricane Rana there. I like that. Now, of course, the problem is going to be having to get the finisher landed without it getting reversed, which is always a, you know, one of those deals. And we'll see how it goes. We both whiff that again. Nope. Roxanne, relax. To the ropes and all the way to the outside on the hammer throw. Back in. Yeah, taunt me in the corner, dummy. Yeah. That was funny. Missed it. Got it. Man, just the laser focused on that kick. Good stuff. All right. Sure, fine. Nope. What? I hit triangle there. Did I reverse it? I think I did. Weird. But okay. Just too sweet. Sig. Stunned, stunned, stunned. Which means an easy finish. 360 code breaker. Defeat Roxanne. Okay. And there it is.
This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about.
Put it down.
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez is recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons. Clearly Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair.
And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO are part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this?
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front, but we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But What are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said. About Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
I don't know what to believe.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I do know Punk was right about being careful who we trust, though.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from...
Also, mixed martial arts.
They're from MMA.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to train together.
We used to train together for years. You spend that much time with someone, putting your health and safety in their hands, you know you can trust them.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
No more hiding in the shadows or playing the third wheel. This is a new era. We have the numbers game. The so-called main roster, Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, Io Sky, full life. So I think you can all guess who's coming in with me and who will ultimately betray me, but we'll see you next time. I'm attackslug, and I'm out.